happen. So we're going to draft, given that basic formula, the best matchups to come with the 17th game in an 18-week season. Trivia question for Peter King. Who won the Super Bowl the last time the NFL had an 18-week regular season?
The New England Patriots.
Womp, womp, womp. 18-week regular season.
I have no idea.
1993. It was the year with 2 byes. 16 regular season games, 2 byes. Dallas Cowboys, after starting 0-2 during the Emmitt Smith holdout, managed to defeat the Buffalo Bills for the second straight year to win their second straight championship with an 18-week regular season. I didn't like the 2 byes. Plenty of people still want 2 byes. This time around, 18 weeks will be happening by virtue of 17 games. All right, well, sometimes it helps to win the first pick. Sometimes it doesn't. Today it does. Hello, Chiefs-Packers. Hello, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. We missed it the last time around because Patrick Mahomes was injured. We missed it in the Super Bowl this year because the Packers couldn't close the deal at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to qualify for the Super Bowl. We're going to get it this year instantly. That 17th game, from that category of possible 17th games, comes the best game of the year, Chiefs-Packers, Peter.
I mean, that's so far number one. That's the best game in the league this coming year. And so, look, there's no question that's the best Week 17 or Game 17 game. I'm going to take Seattle and Pittsburgh. And the reason why is because I think that both teams are on the precipice. You know, what's the future of both franchises? And what's the future of both franchise quarterbacks? This will be, without any question, the last time Ben Roethlisberger and Russell Wilson play each other unless they meet in the Super Bowl this season. So, you know, to me, I like that matchup, and I like it happening. I hope it happens sort of late in the season with a lot on the line.
The last time those two teams played, it was the Ben Roethlisberger elbow went out game, Week 2 in 2019. 4 years before that, it was the Ben Roethlisberger tapped out with concussion-like symptoms, a step that really helped push the culture towards self-reporting. And, of course, way back when Russell Wilson probably was in high school, the Steelers beat the Seahawks to win Super Bowl 40. So that is a good one. Another matchup that has some history, not by virtue of the teams, but by virtue of the participants, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Indianapolis Colts, Tom Brady, the team that instigated Deflategate, the team that has always been one of the top rivals for Tom Brady when he was with the New England Patriots. The rivalry is back on, as Chris Ballard said when Josh McDaniels jilted the Colts a few years ago. That game otherwise, if without Tom Brady, who cares? Buccaneers, Colts, who cares? You throw Tom Brady into it, and that becomes a compelling game. And we're getting that game this year because there's going to be a 17th game, Peter.
I got a sneaky one for my next one, and that is Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Arizona, Cleveland, both teams that should win double digits in 2021. I love the game not just because of the good old boys Texas high school quarterback matchup. I like it because I like it because there's so many great aspects of this game. You know, J.J. Watt chasing around another young, fast quarterback, number one. And, I also really like the fact that, to me, this is one of the next steps for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have to win games like this to continue their advancement. 2020 was a really fun year for the Cleveland Browns in all ways. They won a playoff game. They beat dreaded rival Pittsburgh in a playoff game. But now it's about taking that next step, being consistently good every week, and beating playoff contenders like Arizona.
And they were teammates at Oklahoma, and here's how close Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield are. when Murray was making the rounds at the Super Bowl before he decided to play football over baseball, he was on set with us. Mayfield called him 3 times during the interview, because at one point Kyler said Baker keeps calling. I don't know whether it was before we started or whenever, but it was clear to me that Baker kept calling Kyler. They are close, they are tight, and they get to face each other this year because of this 17th game. Cowboys-Patriots. I'll take Cowboys-Patriots anytime, any place, anywhere, even though the Cowboys may not be very good. The Patriots, given the moves they've made this year, they will be better. At least we think they will be, and that's always a big game. Because it's 2 of the biggest national brands that the NFL has to offer, and it's a game that's happening this year by virtue of the 17th game. So that's my next pick.
My last one, is this my last one coming up, or do we have one more round? It's up to you. All right.
Last one.
My last one coming up is going to be New Orleans and Tennessee. It's not going to be a sexy game for the networks because it doesn't have big markets or anything like that. But what is so cool about this game is we are basically going to see the next iteration of Sean Payton's New Orleans Saints, whoever is going to play quarterback and whatever they actually look like, as an organization, as a team, against a team that is out to redeem itself after a really shaky postseason in Tennessee. So to me, I like the fact this is one of those games that you would always point to and say, wow, Tennessee, New Orleans, this is not one of those great traditional rivalries or anything like that. But I love the fact that Jameis Winston, or Taysom Hill, this is going to be one more time proving himself against another very good team.
Other games that stand out for me, Rams-Ravens. That was one of the coming out parties for Lamar Jackson in 2019 when he shredded the Rams on a Monday night. Bills in Washington, Fitzmagic used to be the Buffalo starting quarterback. Then again, he's played for so many teams. He's seen the Bills enough times that he's worked that out of his system. One more on my list that I see here. All Texans-Panthers in the event that Deshaun Watson would end up being traded to Carolina. That becomes a game
in the event
that is significant, and it is something that's happening by virtue of the 17th game. By the way, all those games, Peter, right, AFC hosted. So it'll be 9 home games for the AFC teams this year.
That's likely.
And yeah.
It's likely. It's not certain. It's likely.
But either way, that's the only way to avoid competitive imbalance. You made that point a few weeks ago.
Right. It's going to be one or the other. All NFC or all AFC.
AFC or all NFC.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.